Anyone else feel like Liam Neeson's career right now is basically like Control X, Control V? Run All Night stars Liam Neeson as a pitiful former criminal whose life is thrown into turmoil when his estranged family finds themselves in danger from a former boss and friend. The complications and turmoil that ensue mean that for one night, he must do whatever it takes to keep them alive. And boy, does Liam Neeson know how to do whatever it takes. As we've seen before in movies like Unknown, Non-Stop, A Walk Among the Tombstones, The Grey, Taken 1 through 3, and The Lego Movie. Okay, maybe that last one's a bit of a stretch, but you get the idea. But here's the thing. This one might actually be a little bit different. For one, he's not really the one the movie leans on. I mean, sure, he's central to the plot, but when you've got class actors like Ed Harris, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Joel Kinnaman, who, by the way, I loved in the TV show The Killing, when they're involved, there's plenty of quality to go around. Also, it has a bit more heft to it. The emotional weight of the movie feels truly authentic thanks to a really grounded plot and some well-crafted relationships. Not only that, but they actually make some interesting visual choices here too, with some cool and well-thought-out transitions that help give the story a sense of tone and space. I also thought the plot was a little more intricate and well thought out than the usual fare, which kept me engaged mentally, even when the pace waned a bit visually. Of course, another way it differs is that it's not the typical Neeson character. His character in this is much less self-assured and is more in a survival mode than a kick-butt mode. In fact, I don't even think he throws a punch for the first hour of the movie, which, if you're coming in expecting an I'm all out of bubblegum Liam Neeson, might actually be a big bummer. It almost feels as if they should have promoted this a bit differently. Maybe move Liam back on the poster, make it more an ensemble piece. I mean, I get wanting to use Liam's action movie draw, but it might result in disappointed Neesonites and some bad word of mouth. Of course, that wasn't necessarily the issue for me. My issue was mainly the typical plot convenience, ridiculous writing, and gunplay moments that are the stock and trade of these types of gangster flicks. Plus, the movie put some pretty specific foreshadowing at the start that kind of tainted the rest of the movie for me plot-wise. I mean, I wouldn't say it ruined the movie for me, but I certainly found the thought of it distracting and annoying as the movie moved towards its conclusion. At the end of the day, Run All Night seems to overcome the typical gangster movie cliches and silliness through some great acting and an interesting enough plot. The end result is a decent action movie, even if it's not necessarily a decent Liam Neeson movie. I say it finds its way to the end of the night with a B-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. Stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. First, I want to throw some stuff up over here that you can click on. If you'd like to subscribe, which I'd very much appreciate, you can do that by clicking on the big gray subscribe button. And if you want to see more, well, Cinderella is also out this week, so you can check that out. And you can hit more at yourmoviefriend.com, which you can go to by clicking the logo right up here. That's also, by the way, where you can find a searchable database of other reviews as well as the written text of these videos. And finally, this review's best ever challenge, where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. What is the best just survive movie ever? I think mine has to be the one that ends with a footprint in the sand. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments, and the first person to guess mine does get a point. Thanks, and here's your 5 extra seconds to hit subscribe.